Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Tuesday night with Haley. Why is it not chatting? What's going on? You can't hear me. That's a bit weird. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's just go. Right. Okay. We're WAOF1 as always on Tuesday night. Round 3 of the season. Belgium, Spa, Francorchamps, and it's a short quali followed by a sprint followed by another short quali for a 50% race, as they do in real life. And I'm just going to invite F1 Pro into the party. Why is everything so loud? What's going on? Oh, it's because my headphones just turned up. Hello, Mr. Blanche. Come on, F1 Pro, let's go. Ooh, I've got some sort of notification up here. What have I got? You have unread mail. What have I got? What have I got? What have I got? What have I got? Claymore. Maple Forest helmet. I feel like there's something wrong with my party. I'm going to restart the party and invite him again. Okay. Right, you there? Hello, Mr. F1 Pro. Welcome to your pre-quali interview. Nice to speak to you. First things first, we'll do a couple of questions for the season and tonight. So we're at Spa, Francorchamps, first sprint race of the season. How you feeling about Spa?
It's always been a half decent track for me when I'm not spinning the car constantly anyway. I'm hoping I can at least get into Q3 today. If I could just have a decent performance and just be consistent for once, I'd be quite happy with that.
Yeah, no Q3, of course. It'd be too short qualifying
Oh yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
But basically, what that means is you're hoping to be up sort of front end
Yeah,
somewhere, top half.
yeah. I'm hoping
So
to be like
yeah,
top six.
I'd expect that from you at least. Really, I think I'd probably expect you to be in the top three or four. Uh,
Yeah.
but it all depends on whether you manage to get a lap on a proper lap on the board. So things do happen. So okay, in terms of championship, can I ask you before the season started what your goal was going to be for the season in terms of driver
Uh,
championship?
the drivers' championship, I want to be at least top eight by the end of the season. When it comes to constructors, I was hoping Sauber could be top five, maybe top four at least.
Okay, and your teammate's David, who's been doing pretty well himself recently as well. Certainly been coming up on the driver of the day radar a couple of times. So, um, yeah, going well for Sauber, I think. I've got to ask them because it's been quite clear since the season started that you do seem to have taken a bit of a jump forward in pace. So, does your goal actually still remain the same, or are you
It,
reevaluating it, or will you reevaluate it maybe halfway through the season or something?
I think it's still pretty early in the season. I mean, it's only round three, and the game's still pretty new, especially with all these updates coming in. So I think maybe when we get to about mid-season, maybe around 13, 14, I might have another look at what my goal is and then see where I go from there. It might stay the same, it might not. My pace
Yeah.
has quite surprised me this season on this game. I wasn't expecting to take as much of a jump as I have. I was expecting to be a bit faster, but I wasn't expecting to be this much faster.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Right, we'll get into the more fun part now. I am aware it's already 4 minutes to, and the first session is quite a short session because it's a sprint quality. So, um, Basically, we're playing Hilly Fortunes. If you ever watch Family Fortunes, it's a little bit like that. So the first
Indeed, I have.
round, I'm going to ask you to name 5 things. Okay, so I've asked my dad the question. Name 5 things that are pink.
The
You get 3
pink.
lives. Yeah.
The pink. Okay. Um.
I will say it took me dad a little while. This one.
Oh God. My knowledge does not expand this far. Jesus. I think I'm gonna go with obvious one. I'm just gonna say like Barbie or a Barbie.
A Barbie doll.
Yeah.
No, no, but that is a good one. That's one neither of us thought of actually. But no, that isn't an So that's your first life.
What in the world is pink?
Lots of things apparently. Haven Stevens. Well, we've been at a Rouge. Fair enough. Well, for the win. We'll see. We'll see. Pink, 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 pink. What's
What
pink?
is pink?
Some of
What
the
is
things my dad said are
pink?
quite specific. Other things are a bit more general.
I mean, I'm gonna start thinking generally first. I think. I
Come on, come on.
I could not tell you.
Oh dear, dear. Um,
This is going well.
right. Okay. I could. I'll give you a little clue. All right, because this is just the 1 point one. So they're
Yeah.
ranked in. So that what I thought was the hardest one. My dad said is 5 points, and the easiest is 1 point. So, um, he's a pink cartoon character, and
Oh,
there's also been proper films made of him as well.
Pink Panther.
Yeah, Pink Panther.
All right. I
Ding.
should have known that.
There you go. So that's 1 point. I can't help you with the others, though. You've got to come up with the others on your own. Otherwise, I should have Peely and Wells shouting at me.
um.
Hey, Ozers. Ozers equals war. No, it doesn't. Oh, don't mean to Ozers.
Well, while you're in the chat, can you help me?
Hey, Hilly. Nobody has put forward an answer yet in the chat. Not one person's had a go.
I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go with the food. I'm gonna say cake.
No. But you weren't a million miles off either.
Wow, is it? I'm gonna say it's a food then.
Yeah.
Ice cream.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it's a
I was.
miserable round one. That's
That
your
was
3 lives gone.
horrible.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to be hard. So 1 point for Pink Panther. The
God,
2 point answer, which is the food, was candy floss.
how did I?
Um,
How did I not get that?
the 3 point answer, and you might be a little bit young, although he is still about. Okay, is Mr. Blobby.
Oh, I should have known that. I should have
Um,
got that.
well, the 4 point answer was a general one. So my dad said like a girl's bedroom, so I said sort of girl's bedroom clothes,
Oh,
and anything
oh,
associated
that's a
with
really good
a little
point.
girl, really. And the 5 point one, which is difficult, but not that difficult because it's literally on the tin, and that is pink salmon.
Oh,
So there you
I
go.
should have known these. I was overthinking that way too much. I really overthought that.
You got to because I try and get my dad to do it quickly. So you try, to try and get him to say the more obvious things. So okay, they're already heading into qualifying. So let's get on to your final round as quickly as possible. So this is going to be 5 separate questions. Everyone is worth 3 points if you match the answer that my dad gave. Okay. So the first one is name a sport which you play with a ball.
Sport, I play with a ball. Basketball.
No. Name a cheese.
Mozzarella.
No, but you're not miles away.
Gosh.
Um, Name a Formula One street track.
Singapore.
No.
Oh my god.
Name an army rank.
Sergeant.
No.
Oh my god.
Name name one of the tokens in Monopoly. So like the little things that you play with.
Oh, I've like never played Monopoly.
I bet everybody knows the tokens.
Is like the little like paper bits, isn't it? I'm sure.
It's well, you know, the little things that you move around the board. You roll the dice and then you move them around the board.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean now. Top hat, I think is one.
Oh, a top hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a ding. That is
Yes.
what my dad said. Yay! So 4
Top
points for
one.
that one. That was the last question. So overall,
Oh,
you scored 4 points, which will put you
that
third
was
in the
horrible.
leaderboard. I won't say last. I'll say third.
Top 3.
So yes, podium at the moment. But I
Put it
thought
in
it
for
was
one
quite hard.
round.
Just to very quickly go through the answers. The sport played with a ball was football.
I thought
The
football as well.
cheese, yeah, the cheese was gorgonzola. So you weren't
I don't
miles
even know what
off.
that is.
The street track, I thought you'd just say it straight away, was Monaco.
Oh.
And the army rank that he said was major.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
there we
Okay.
go.
Yeah.
Other
Never
than
let me
that,
do that again.
I'm going to let you get to it because it is only a 12-minute session for the sprint quali. So I will let you
Yeah.
go. Good luck tonight.
All right.
And who knows, I might be speaking to you at the end for the podium interviews. We shall see.
All right. Thanks, Illy.
Cheers, mate. Good luck.
Thanks.
Right. Okay, there we are, guys. That was F1 Pro having his attempts at the Hilly Fortunes. We've gone on with David now, as he's furthest around the track, first out. And what we're likely to see is a lot of people going out earlier. You may well see going out on mediums, as in the sprint qualifying, you tend to get you do get a set of mediums and a set of softs to use. So, and that's it. So a lot of people will choose to have a go on the mediums to set a sort of target time and then have a go on the softs afterwards. Not everybody though. I can see Toby's already out on the softs. Whoever can play a part, of course. In that, a couple of messages to catch up on. Hey Whale, Floydie born already. I don't know what that means. Floydie born already. Okay. And hey Ozers. And there we go. So David across the line to start our first flying lap of the evening. Let me just turn the sound down a little bit, guys. That's up from when I was racing last night. Okay, that should be a bit better. So through Eau Rouge for the first time, DRS open. We head up to the end of the long straight. I apologise now, I don't know the corner names. It's something I know. So I think this no name corner. I can't remember. There is actually a corner called No Name, so I think it might be that one. Then through the fast right-hander down to this right-hander, which I've been finding you need to drop to third gear for this year. Previous years I've generally taken it in fourth. Up to fourth and let off the power. Don't really need a breakthrough there, just a lift off the power a bit. Then up to Pouon, last left-hander. David goes out. Doesn't invalidate him though, so we'll stick with him. A few mistakes so far on this lap from David, so he definitely be wanting to get back out of the softs a bit later in the session. Fast right, left, and into the double right now. Previous versions of the game, this right-hander right here that we're going through now was a bit of a lethal corner. Spin you around for seemingly no reason a lot of the time, but on this year's game it seems to really behave itself. So Spa, if you didn't know, every year they give 3 or 4 tracks the old glazer treatment. And you might notice here, the right-left chicane, what they used to call the bus stop chicane, you can really see how uphill that corner is now. In previous versions of the game, you didn't really notice it. But a 47.3 from David to start with, as I said, did make a few mistakes. There's Gunnar, I think he was next out. Oh, who's that? That's Marco in the wall. down at the first of the two right-handers. Keeping the car nicely to the right, and as you can see, a few cars coming around. Gunnar goes 43.4. Got a McLaren on the way. It was Floyd, he was starting a lap. Some invalidations going on. Let's go to F1 Pro then, because he's already out on his first hot lap on the medium tyres. Straight all the way up to the bus stop. Even though no DRS on this straight, they could easily put it on, but I like that there's no DRS on the straight. Still a fantastic overtaking opportunity, especially with how strong the slipstream is on this year's game. It seems to be a real change. I understand that has been changed a little bit in the patch from yesterday. 44.0 from F1 Pro then. Those times are going to come tumbling. Carsey already done a 42.3 on his mediums. Ayala Muncher looks... Is he cruising or not? I'm not sure. He's on the softs. Toby 57.0 on the softs. He won't be impressed with that, so he clearly made a mistake. So Ayala then heading up to the bus stop chicane. I believe now just called the last chicane. The chicane. Yeah. Which is a bit boring. I don't know why they stopped calling it the bus stop. It's called the bus stop quite literally because there used to be a bus stop there. There's no other reason. 46.8 from Paella Mantra. He seemed like, I thought when we first went on him, he seemed like he was cruising a bit. This is his fatal further round. He is. We've got Carsey P1, Toby goes P1 now, 41.8, be much happier with that. 41.8 on his second lap on those softs, be pretty pleased with that. That's going to guarantee to have him high up the order here. So, Fatal into the pits then. Let's go back to Ozers, looks like he's had a spin. Done by the look of those tyres. They've had better days. Here comes Rapid out the final corner. 143.6 puts him into P5. Go to the boss man, Mr. Whale, just at the start of sector 2 here. Hey, Knight. And heading down to Pouon. Much the same with Pouon. Sort of glide round the corner. Pretty much, but pretty much don't hit the inside curb and don't run wide on the exits. It's pretty much that easy. That curb also very tricky, always has been. That will unfortunately take the sting out of the lap somewhat. The rest of the lap's been very good. That will obviously have lost him, I think, probably 3 or 4 attempts. He's doing 43s. Let's see what I mean by how uphill this corner now is. You really couldn't tell that on previous versions of the game at all. So 43.7 from Well, despite that mistake, as I said, I reckon that cost him 3 or 4 attempts. So I think without that mistake, he'd probably be sitting in P4 right now, just ahead of Paella. Floyd back to the pitch. Gent on a lap. Red Bull. Got his teammate here for the first time this evening. First time this season. And what a teammate is to have. Lil Gupta, he'll be out the front somewhere. Always is. That's an invalidation though from Gent early on the track tonight. Nice to see him. So let's get back to how this lap. So I always used to see him invalidated. After you, no, after you, after you, after you. cruises, and look at this slipstream. He's getting off his teammate Gunnar to pull him up the DRS straight. Wonderful slipstream, good teamwork there. Very tentative through the right-hander. You generally need to be gradually accelerating as you go through that right-hander. Pretty much flat out by the time you're exiting it. Into what? Takes Pro on nicely. You'll see some people gearing down for Pro 1, you'll see others just lift off the throttle. I don't think you'll see anybody actually braking. Maybe a bit at the start of the race, of the main race, when they got a bit of fuel on board, perhaps. Yellow flags out ahead. I'm just looking at the track map. And that might be a car recovering from a spin. Looks like a Red Bull. Oh! That didn't look like a Red Bull then. Maybe it was not. Maybe it was a V car, I don't know. It definitely wasn't Curly. That's definitely not an Aston Martin. So I think Curly's just retarded out in the pits. Here comes Ozers then out the final corner. It's going to be a 44.6. That puts it to P11. On to Fatal we go then. Straight after Fatal finishes his lap, jump straight to car seat in his attempt to jump up to pole position for the sprint. Floyd, oh, was that Floyd then, was it? No, it can't have been, because that was Floyd's in a McLaren, so that must have been earlier on. So the checkered flag is out. Here comes Fatal, 1 minute 45.3, goes P12. That one, where's Garcia? 7 temps up, through sector 2. Plenty of curb on the entry to the chicane, plenty of curb on the exit. And over the line he goes, 8 temps the improvement, 41.5 will take the sprint pole position. Unless there's anything Gunnar could do about it. He's a couple of temps up in sector 1. Just coming to the end of sector 2 now, and he's 4.5 temps up. And that would sort of... Well, in fact, that would move him up to P4. Just that improvement alone would move him up to P4. He'd actually need about another half a second in order to get ahead of F1 Pro. On top of that. Not James as well. I think James... He's going to cross the line just ahead of us. So yeah, James jumps out of P5 on a 43.1. Gunnar across the line does indeed go P4 on a 43.0. Gupta down to 5. James down to 6. Those are still out there, but I assume he's on an in-lap. Yeah, indeed he is, driving into the pits. So that's the end of the sprint qualifying. I'm not quite sure how the brakes are working tonight. So... any drivers listening, I'm not going to say anything because I genuinely don't know actually, so please keep an eye on your Discord to see what the admins say as to when we'll be starting the sprint, and obviously any subsequent sessions after that. So we just wait for Roses to be pushed into the pits. There it goes, and they've got to bring down computers. There we go. There we are, that is the sprint qualifying. So, new format of course this year, something they are trying out in real life through this season. I don't know how many of these they're doing, but I think it's 3 or 4. So we have a qualifying for the sprint, followed by the sprint race, and then another qualifying for the main race after that. So, Carcion pole positions by 1/4 of a second to Toby, F1 Pro. Little way back in P3, not representative of the times he's been setting. Gunnar 4, Gutsa 5. I'll be going through them all on the formation lap in a way, so I won't go through all of them. That is the only page of incidents, so all exceeded track limits, cross pit lane, exit white light, but nothing there that the stewards would need to look at. So we'll find out together. I ain't got a clue. Also, I've noticed that we've only got 18 on the grid. I'm not sure why that's happened. We've definitely had a full grid all day. So I know we had one pull out. So that was F. Lewis, unfortunately. So we're missing him tonight. But I'm not sure who else has pulled out. So let me have a look in the Discord a second, see if we can spot. Oh dear. Toby's reporting that he has a black screen. There's no message that I can see to say what time we're going. Sprint start 8:20. Okay. Just messaging. I kind of forgotten actually that EJT. Right. Just inviting him into the party. Come on, EJT. Right, okay guys, onto the formation lap then. So, oh, Guts just been disqualified. Not sure what that was for. So, let's just do the grid rundown. Okay, so we have Carsey starting on pole position. Toby alongside in P2. F1 Pro starts P3 with Gunnar in 4. Gupta 5, James in 6 with Paella and Well on the 4th row of the grid. Mamo starts P9 with Rapid F1 in P10. Marco just outside of P10 in number 11 with King 5 Panda alongside in 12. Ozer starts P13 with Faisal 14, also been disqualified along with David, who starts P15. Floyd and Gent 16 and 17, and Curly starts P18, which tonight is the back of the grid. Right, so let's just get the tyres outside. I'm trying to sort this. Okay, if it comes up. Okay, 5 lights are on. Out they go, and away we go in Belgium as the Williams moves to the inside. That is our lobby host. James getting the old lobby host advantage off the line, and he's up to P2. Can he hold off Toby? Not quite, so it's going to be P3, but still, what a start. He's absolutely launched. Unbelievable. As we go through a Rouge, it looked like there's contact there. Everybody seems to be okay, so it definitely looked like a Ferrari to me, which would have been Mamo, as Rapid goes to the inside of Gupta. And through he goes, and up to P6. McLaren now of Carsey. So he's lost out to Toby. And he's just gone past Gunnar, so I can only assume that Carsey's had a little mistake somewhere. Dropped a couple of places. To the front then, we've got a Carsey versus Toby battle. Well, Toby versus Carsey. That's the order they're in. See a bit of swapping of positions as we've got a yellow flag. It looks like the other McLaren. It's Floyd. So one McLaren is battling for the lead right now. The other, unfortunately, has had a little spin. He seems to be okay. Let's just go down to him, just double check for damage. But I think, yeah, no, there's no damage there. So it seems to be okay. He's F1 Pro having a little look to the inside of Gunnar. Oh, he's hit Gunnar. Oh dear. He's hit him in a round. There was definitely some sort of damage caused to someone. Gunnar is back going, and he is P8. Now I can't see any obvious signs of damage on Gunnar's car. There's somebody behind looked like they were recovering then. So is there maybe damage on F1 Pro's car? Now again, I can't see any obvious signs of damage. So perhaps they have gone away with it. I definitely saw something come off. Maybe just not part of the front wing, perhaps. There's Gunnar and King 5 Panda battle for P8. King 5 Panda to the inside, and there's contact again. Gunnar will feel like a pinball out there at the moment, and I don't know if it's just my eyes, but it looks to me like it's starting to rain. As Carsey takes the lead on Toby, and the exit of Pouant. It's obviously getting through there is one thing, but then getting away, because Ultimately, Toby will now just have the DRS on the big long straight. Not this one here is EJT. Definitely starting to rain now. Hello, EJT. Hello. Okay. I'll share it again in the chat, so you can just copy it. Just give me a second. Right. There you go. In the chat, I was just talking to you in, so just copy off of there. Have you joined the lobby? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I'll invite you to the game. Just make sure you obviously. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, obviously, just remember to press spectate, obviously. RC and Toby side by side. As the rain starts to come down, Jen's already in and onto the inters. Whether he was pitting for damage or something, I don't know, because it seems a bit early. It's right on the back of Toby. Definitely see him switching positions sort of lap after lap, especially with that big DRS straight. Rain definitely coming down harder now. Maybe James has made the right call. He's making little bit gains on the driver ahead of him. Oh, we got a driver round and Alpine into the wall. That's Ozers. Oh, he's beached. Resets the track, Ozers. Beached. Okay. Oh, let him do it now. Been the time we let people reset the tracks if they're beached. Ozers. So nobody else pits in. F1 Pro gets all out of shape at turn 1. Adds a little kiss with a wall, and that's allowed rapid past. And up into P3. Go down the main straight, then picking up the toe back off of rapid. And Marco picks up 3 seconds.
And spin. The Ferrari's off. Fatal.
Ferrari
is
off.
off.
Somebody else as well. Paella as well is round. There's all sorts going on. These dry tyres clearly getting very, very slippery. Paella's had to wait right away for P14 to go past him before he could rejoin the track.
Now James
might
overtakes him.
have. Yeah, I'm just wondering if James has pulled an absolute masterstroke here. Yeah, he's suddenly gained 4 seconds on the driver ahead of him. He might be about to get a huge undercut. Maybe even all the way to the front. Oh, F1 Pro's out! Is that going to be a safety car? I would be surprised it's not.
Into the wall.
Yeah. Into the wall, rip the left tyre off. And it's just out of poo on, isn't it? It's just sort of out of poo on into the right left. I'm surprised that didn't bring out a safety car, especially with the conditions as well, as Gunnar goes way off track.
Oh.
And I think we're surely going to see some pitters, aren't we?
Him spinning. Kept his car still though.
Yeah. Well, a couple of pitters. Gunnar's in, Mamo's in, Paella's in.
10-second penalty.
Gunnar retires out.
Mamo, 10-second penalty. Speeding in the pit lane. Daguna retired, I think.
Yeah, Paella retires as well, so they'll be not picking up any points on the sprint race. But still got the battle for the lead on our hands. Car seat back out of Toby, and close to pulling out the 1 second. I've not seen it come up saying DRS disabled yet, so I think it's still active.
Vettel also retiring.
Yeah. So one Ferrari retires out, the other's picked up 10 seconds. It's going well. Man, interestingly put a fresh set of softs on rather than inters. And to be fair, actually, James on the inters has lost about a second since I last looked at the driver ahead of him. So it looks like the slicks are still the right tyre. On the marker because he's right on the back of Floyd. Right, left now into the two right-handers. See how careful they're having to take it now. Oh, Floyd really comes off the power. Marco had to react to that.
Rapid now pitting.
Oh, interesting. That's the pitting from P3. That's brave. There's Marco gets the move done on the long straight.
Panda also pitting.
Yeah, so some people really feel you need to make the change. You wouldn't be doing it unless you felt you really had to.
Gurley
it's a long
also
lap around
pitting.
here, so it's a long lap around here, so 3 laps is quite a long time. Are you going to make up what's the pit stop? About 18, 19 seconds around here, I guess. Really having to lift for Oil Rouge now as well. I'd say the man impressing most for me right now is David in P5. It's exceptional for David in P5. So he's right on the back of Whale, so he might be able to get another one yet. Carsy's starting to pull away now though. Confident in these conditions than Toby.
Really see the track starting to get wet now with the drivers sliding left and right.
Yeah, you can really see the difference now, can't you? It's treacherous. It's King 5 Panda and Jen.
Toby pitting now. 3-second penalty. That's his name.
Yeah, I was just about to say actually, so last time I looked I said that James had lost a second to the guy ahead of him. He's now gained, he's gained 8 seconds back. Although I think Gent did make a little mistake in trying to
Whale kissing the right side of the wall, also pissing.
Yeah, it's well in. Well, it's going to be interesting. Let's see if the guy staying out is making the right call or not. Some people can drive really well still in these conditions. Like Carsey seems to be getting on absolutely fine at the moment, but others would need to pit a little bit earlier. I think they're the ones that's probably going to lose out here. And so he's got 7 seconds to make up to Gupta, but Gupta's got a penalty as well.
DRS now disabled.
Yeah. So that's always the sign for us, really, that the track's now at the intermediate point. Yeah, look, Toby's just taken nearly a second and a half out in 2 corners of Gupta. So an old lap, you'd fancy Toby getting back within that penalty range and maybe rapid as well. Interesting one for me. David has stayed out but well pitted, so they're obviously batting to each other on track. So let's see who's made the right call. It's a long way that Well's got to make up to catch him.
Carsey staying out.
Yeah, not going to pit for the last lap, is he? Get undercut by Toby as well, so He's just got to keep it on track. He's not under any pressure at all. Toby has taken another 3 seconds out of Gupta. So he's definitely within penalty range. There's no doubt at all, if this was the feature race, then absolutely everybody would have come in by now. Summer gambling. Stick with Toby. He's going to catch. But it's in quite a difficult area of the track. Unless he can get past up the inside here, should get a lot better traction out the corner. To the inside, and we'll be able to stop the car a lot easier as well for the next corner. So through he goes. I don't think Toby would have needed the race to be much longer, you know. Only another sort of 2 laps. I need a court car seat, but it's a sprint race.
Rapid overtaking, Lagaputa.
Yeah, but didn't battle at all. He just moved over to the side of the road. So, for me, I don't think Wells going to catch it. Well, I don't know actually. There's David ahead. He's really struggling. So he probably is going to catch him. As Carsey takes the checkered flag in the sprint. Toby Wheels still coming P2 despite pitting. Rapid for P3. Gupta in 4. The penalty, but that won't affect him. King 5 Panda's going to come out with a great P5. Whale has got past David. So Whale did make the right decision going in for those inters. P6. Whale. David in P7, still a fantastic result for him. James P8, although drops, he got a penalty at the final. He got 3 seconds at the final corner, but had 10 seconds from the pit stop as well. So he drops to P10. So Marco P8, Floyd P9, Curly, P11, Gent 12. Mano's going to cross in 13, but he's going to lose out to Ozers. So Ozers 13, Mamo 14. 6 retirements in the sprint race. Getting awards driver of the day for the sprint to Floyd. Personally, well, him and David, I think, actually both did really, really well. Just get the race director. This is something we do on the stream, by the way, just at the end, if you just scroll through the race director. Because often drivers forget to get it for getting penalties removed and stuff, so it just helps. Doesn't matter if you forget, but if you remember. So, here we have it then.
I always check race director after a race anyway, me.
Ah, cool. Yeah. There's always someone that needs the race director, but they managed to forget.
I've just had to check it because there's been about 30-second penalty from this driver. He was dirty as. He's been banned straight away.
Oh God.
He just took everyone out. He did not care.
Right.
So he was instantly gone.
I've no idea. It's the first time we've done this format tonight, so I'm a little bit.
Tell me if you can hear this fan through, Mike, because I'm boiling in this room.
I can't hear anything.
I've just put it on now.
Oh.
Do you hear it?
Nah.
Right, it's alright then. Is it short qualifying or is it free qualifying?
Yeah, it'd be another short qualifying.
Alright.
So, yeah, short quali, sprint, short quali.
I might have time to quickly get a shower. I'm needing one. badly.
Yeah, if you want to, you're more than welcome to. I'll be taking a quick break after the qualifying in a way.
Yeah.
But we usually have 5 minutes between quality and race. So.
No, right. Right, yeah, I'm just going to quickly jump in shower. I'll be about 5-ish minutes, so I'll be back.
No worries.
Anyway, so I'm not missing much. Right.
Alright, see you in a bit.
Right, in a bit.
Right, okay, so we've got some drivers coming out on track. Who was out first? Looks like it's David. So, David, first out for us. Was he first out of first one? I think he was he? The medians. Three of the 4 drivers out on outlaps now, all on the medians. Just the one on the Sauce, 2 now. So here we go for the first run in short qualifying for the race. I would expect the times to be a little bit quicker in this session. I would assume the tracks have evolved a bit now compared to the earlier sessions. So to be a flat out rouge, it can feel a little bit strange after you've just been going through in the wet conditions. And it picks up a bit of a tow off the Aston. Aston not willing to give too much of a tow. You can't blame him at all. Tidy so far, I have to say. It's looked fast, but it's looked tidy, which can quite often bring plenty of time with it. So just a little bit out of shape, touching the inside curve on the right hander. Good through there. Flat out through the second of the 2 right-handers. Very at speed now, all the way up the hill. Why is there a car overtaking him? .46.0, that was Gooner on the 43.2, Mental 45.3. F1 Pro coming up now as David's got a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Gooner now. Well, F1 Pro then goes fastest 42.7. On a lap. line. 43.5 goes P3. And up to Ferrari teammate. Well, just started a lap. So a bit further around. F1 is invalidated. King 5 Panda then heading up the back straight. Flat out left. To the line, then King Fly, and into P4 he goes for Haas. Still on a medium tire, so these tires are going to change a lot. So, heading up to the final corner. Comes 1 minute 43.684 P4. Looks up back to Whale. Who's next? Morrissey and Toby both on out laps. Not far behind us on track actually. Of Wales, looks like he's using his ERS very well. Yeah, almost ran out as he crossed the line, so very good ERS use from Wales there, and that's put him into P4 143.6. Carsey starts the lap then. Stick with him. Do a hilly hot lap, so through turn 1, open up the steering. Get on the power as quick as you can, take it up to a Rouge flat out. Just gentle steering inputs. Here, no lift at all, DRS open. Head up to straight into the right, into 4th gear. 4th gear for the left as well, up to 5th, through the corner. Just on the exit of the corner. Down to 4th now for the right-hander, 3rd in fact for Carsey, and bring it round back over to the right-hand side. As I said before, just a lift through the left-hander usually, and again with the one, it's just a slight lift off your throttle, it's not any more than that. As we head now to the right-left and then double right-hander, see Carsey staying well away from the inside curb, which we've seen a few people touch. Be very, very dangerous touching that curb. Through the 2 right-handers, flat out through the 2nd, and we climb a long hill. That's why the slipstream is so big up here, because you're constantly uphill, it's quite steep. And up to the bus stop chicane, down to 3rd gear for Carsey. I mean, a lot of people use 2nd through there. I know Carsey's not a fan of dropping 2nd, he tends to stay 3rd where he can. 41.5 from Carsey, goes fastest by almost 1.2 seconds. As Toby then jumps up the P2, 42.0. So closes that gap to Carsey, about half a second now. Rapid is invalidated there, good up. Others actually, let's just go to James. He's got a bit deep into the chicane. However, the Haas just made him take his eye off the braking point a little bit, but he still goes out of P4, but he'll definitely be disappointed with the final corner there, as Paella gets a 5-place grid penalty for a collision with Ozers. Ozers on an outlap. Heads to the pits. Marco back out for his 2nd run then. 1.2 up. Oh, particularly a place you want to catch another car. both McLarens are on track, so I'm not sure which McLaren that was. So, didn't affect Marco. He's 3.7 up now. So he's heading into the 44s, which would move him up to P10. Presumably will have more time in the final sector. One thing he needs to take note of, he's gone under 10% on his energy. That will give him a serious power disadvantage. As soon as you go under 10%, it really does take away from the amount of power you can use. So, still improves though, 4.4 second improvement, 44.1 up as said to P10. So having a go on the mediums. Oh no, that's the bits. Okay. Marco we've just seen. So maybe no, it's 2 seconds down. Gunnar.
I am back just before the
hello.
race. Hello. And the Ferrari's just killed the Mercedes pit crew.
Oh dear. Oh, that's alright, it's only Mercedes. It's fine.
I love how buggy this game is though. Oh, well, he's dead.
So, we've got a couple of penalties that have occurred. I'm trying to remember who it was. Paella's got a 5-place grid penalty and David's got a 5-place grid penalty. But not for the same collision, it's 2 different collisions. Paella with Ozers and David with Gunnar.
Ozers and Paella Muncher.
Yeah. So, is anyone actually on the lap? I don't think they are. He's out there, but he's invalidated. JT Jen. Oh, that's the inside, so where you come from then? What's you got your own league, haven't you?
Yeah, I do. I started that last Wednesday, and it's been decently successful in terms of people joining.
Nice. What nights do you race?
Every Tuesday.
Right. Okay.
What we're gonna do?
Earlier, don't you? So.
Yeah. What we think we're gonna do is we're gonna move it to either Fridays or Mondays.
Right.
As
okay.
Not many people have things going on them days.
Yeah.
And then it'll give me time as well to obviously commentate here as well as my own.
Cool. Yeah. Nice. So for anybody watching out there, so you're going to be joining us to do a bit of co-coms with me when you're available, but then to do full comms on Wednesdays and co-coms with Curly on Thursdays. Obviously the co-coms ones, but if you ever just want to take a night off, just let us know.
I won't want to. I won't want to unless I really need to.
Fair enough. But yeah, welcome to the league, and I hope it goes good as well. What's the name of your league?
WDR Weekdays Racing.
Nice. JT Gent then, just through the final chicane. DRS open, and it's a 1:45.004, that puts him P12. And I don't know if David's just gone on to it. I think he has. He's got quite. Oh no, he's gaining energy on the straight, so he must have his energy. Yeah, he's got his energy switched off. So unless he's just forgot to turn it on. A nightmare. I was saying just before you came back, I was saying that there's noticed a driver or two not running out of VRS, but they're going under 10% on the back straight. And in this game, as soon as you go under 10%, you lose a lot of performance. So
I've experienced that in career mode.
Yeah,
it's not fun.
So, no, I really recommend it. Just change to hot lap when you get down to sort of 12% or something, and then you should have enough.
Yeah. So I usually put it on medium so it gains it faster when you're braking. It usually works, not all the time, but a lot of the time it does work.
Yeah. I don't know if you know the colours down at the bottom on the telemetry. Obviously you've got the green, which is the amount of VRS you can still use on that lap.
Yeah.
The yellow one is just the same as the percentage next to it. That's the amount of VRS your car has. And the red one to the left is the amount of VRS you can recover per lap. So,
I did not know. That's going to be helpful.
Right, okay. Yeah, so when I do my setups, I tend to work out the engine brake into, you know, what gets out to maximum each lap, and then not you know, that's all I use. But yeah. So David going on to a lap now. Munch is just under a bit of pressure. Obviously, he's got that penalty. Oh, he's out. Oh, he's into the wall. I don't think that was his wing that flew off. I think that was a polystyrene board.
It was the right side of his wing.
Actually.
Or the left side for him.
Yeah, left end plate. It's gone. So that'll be a trip back to the pits, and that's going to be no time set for Paella. So ultimately, his 5-place grid penalty isn't really going to affect him. Dropping to the very back instead of 16th. But, yeah. In a way, let's go to Toby, because he's starting on his final run. He seems to be using a used set of softs though. He's got 2 laps on these softs already. So we'll see. Improve with them, unless he's done 2 out laps. I know that is a strategy some people have employed. I didn't find it worked for me, but just to get the temperatures up a bit better. Ah, he's backed off. Look, he's too slow for sets of 1 already, so he's just backed off. So whereas F1 Pro's a bit further around. He's the 10th down for sets of 1. He's just across the line to start his lap. Nicely out of the way for F1 Pro. Oh, that's going to invalidate. That one is chalked off. It's Gunnar. An awkward moment earlier on. It was just before the contact with David, where David was on a hot lap, but a lot slower than Gunnar. So Gunnar caught him and had to overtake him. While they're both on hot laps, it caused a bit of confusion going up to the chicane. Then they both moved to the side on the pit straight to get out of the way of Fatal and ended up hitting each other. So I'm not sure why only David got a penalty. But who knows why the game does anything. I missed the split time then, I was busy chatting. Straight to RC after this. Gunnar through the final corner then, opens up the steering, gets on the power, 42.2, stays P3, but improves his time by 2 attempts. So go to Carsey, 16 thousandths up through sets of 2. Doesn't need it, of course, he's not under any danger now. Gupta's finished as well. Usually classed as a threat. But, does improve 14 thousandths of a second, so that's nothing, but 41.5 in Ollie, very, very good. Rapid, in fact. So David's invalidated, so that's it then. So it's opposition again for Carsey with Toby in P2, Gunnar in P3 this time, with Pro 4. Pro clearly not getting a proper lap on the board, because 42.7 nowhere near where he's been practicing. Solid P5, and don't forget James, as we saw in the sprint, he's got the host advantage off the start line as well. So I don't remember where he started last time in the sprint. I think he was about P7 and got up to one point P2. You absolutely launch off the start line if you're the lobby host. It's not that you launch off the start line, it's that you're such a stupid glitch, and it was in last year's game when it first came out as well, but the lobby host lights go out slightly quicker than everybody else's, so they move slightly quicker. Terrible glitch. How they managed to bring it back, I don't know. But there we go. So there we go. Oh, five place grid penalties. So Gunnar has one. Ozers
There was
has
6
one.
grid place penalties, I think. Counted 6 on the incidents tab.
1, 2, 3, 4, unless it's the drivers at the bottom that haven't set time. So which it actually is. So yeah, there we go. So Gunnar will actually start P8 then. Ozers will start P15, David P19, and Paella at the back. Sorry if you can hear my dad in the background. He's trying to call the cat in. She won't listen. She disappears normally for a day or two at a time. Right, okay, so as I say, we get a 5-minute break now, so I'm just going to grab myself a coffee, alright, and I'll be back shortly. So
I'm going to go get some scran then.
Go and get yourself. Yeah, cool. Alright, see you back in a few minutes.
Okay. Hello everyone, I'm back.
Right, okay. Should be.
Hello.
Hello. Should be getting going pretty soon.
I've got a very long week in terms of F1.
Yeah, we should. Did you do comms earlier on? Did you say?
I did comms on Friday
Yeah.
when the race is away. I did it today. I'm doing it again today. And I've got one tomorrow, one day after, and one Friday and Sunday again, I think. So I've only got Saturdays and Mondays off at the minute from F1.
Yeah. I said to you when you joined the server. I used to do 5 comms a week.
Yeah.
Well, 6 at one stage. I did go up to 6, but didn't stay like it for very long. But yeah, I got right into it. This would be my 3rd game of doing comms now, so yeah, when I first got into it, I absolutely loved it. Didn't think I would. Just did it once with someone in another league, and then just loved it. Absolutely loved it, so just started doing it myself. Anyway, let's just do a quick rundown. So we got Carsey starting on pole alongside Toby for Mercedes. F1 Pro starts P3, James in 4, Gupta and Mamo on the 3rd row of the grid, while Rapid F1 starts in P7 alongside Gunnar in 8. Whale P9 with King 5 Panda rounding out the top 10. Marco and Fatal Defiance on the 6th row of the grid with Floyd Pink in 13th, Ozers in 14th, JT Gent starts 15th for Red Bull with Curly in 16th. David in the Kick Cyber starts P17 with Paella Muncher following his penalty, bringing up the rear of the grid. Tyres wise, the top 9 will starting on the mediums, then King 5 Panda starting on the softs. Mediums for Marco and Fatal. Hards, the only hard runner, Floyd starting in P13. Next 3 drivers on mediums, softs for David in 17th, and mediums again for Paella at the back. So, interesting, we've got some different strategies going on. It does seem to be different ways to go. I've generally found the softer tyre, so either soft or medium in your first stint, going to the hard seems to be the best way to go in this game. Mainly because it covers off a safety car. Because the hards literally will do the whole race easy. So look at the way Carsey's pointed his car over towards Toby. Aggressive grid slot positioning. But watch James from P4. So the car directly behind Toby on the right hand side. He's the lobby host. He absolutely flew off the start of the sprint.
What happened to Gupta? Disqualified. Gupta disqualified.
Okay, so we have cold tyres and start about a metre back in his slot. And 5 lights are on, and it's go. And look how quickly James moves.
It's a cheat code. If you ask me, one at commentator should be host if that's happening.
Yeah, I mean that's
crash,
the worst I've
crash,
seen
crash,
it tonight.
crash.
To be fair, David is in the wall.
Gent and David both crashed.
Yeah, I just wonder. I think Marco might have got caught up in it, or you just had to go slowly through the corner to avoid it. I don't know. So. He's
Ferrari into the wall.
Now Marco, he has to go off. Oh, and Paella's out. Oh, Paella's out. Oh, it's an absolute pile up.
Oh. That is
it's disaster.
A big crash. Red flag maybe?
We're hanging off. It's possible.
No, virtual safety car apparently. Just virtual safety car apparently.
Well, I'll keep an eye on the Discord. I wouldn't be shocked to see a restart called on that one. We had some a little bit similar in pre-season where we restarted, but obviously it's a bit different pre-season.
Well, that was my first pre-season race today with 10 drivers, and one had to go due to family issues, and then the other one was a dirty driver.
Yeah. Wow. It's an absolute chaos. One driver is asking if it's going to be a restart. He's in the party. He is an admin, and he is in the party with the owners, so I can't call it. Yeah, restart. Restart called. The owner has called a restart. It's an absolute disaster. This is effectively our way of doing a red flag. It doesn't seem to matter if you set them on, and I haven't seen one yet on this year's game. And most of the ones I saw in last year's game were glitches at the start on after the formation lap. So, anyway, we can leave the lobby. And
Okay.
once I get in, you can join off me anyway, can't you?
Yeah. Might be able to get a few Doritos down my throat now. So it doesn't sound like just going. Oh.
Is it the tangy cheese ones?
Yep.
Nice. That's my favourite ones. I like the red ones as well.
I won't have the red ones just because they're chewy. I've got autism, you see, so I eat with my eyes.
I see.
If I don't like the look of it, I'm not having it.
Yeah, they are. I can't remember exactly what they're called, but fiery chili or something, isn't it?
Flaming hot or something in it.
Yeah, that's right.
I love spicy food. I just don't like the look of what they are. So
Yeah,
I don't eat them.
I'm the same. I love my spicy food, but I'll be honest, I'm getting a bit older now, and it's starting to not agree with me so much as it used to. So I might have to cut out a little bit. But I've gradually gone down from when I order a curry. It used to be a vindaloo, and now it's gone. It went down to a chicken tikka madras and just a standard madras, and now I'm down to probably next time I order it'd be down to the next one.
This is my ideal wrap. Chicken and tomato ketchup. That's me sorted.
That it?
Yep, I eat with my eyes. Complete and utter.
Nice.
It's not nice
Sounds
at all.
right, to be fair.
It's not. Because if you've got something in front of you, you're having that or you're having nothing. I don't like the look of it, I'm not having it.
Yeah.
I didn't used to like herbs on the pizza and stuff like that, but nah. I don't mind them. I just eat it now. It's awkward.
So there we go, I've got an invite. Let's try that again. That's Wales sending me dodgy invites, got me kicked out again.
Let's confirm a gear 1 launch. Gear 1.
It happened to me earlier when I was trying to join you after I went to shower because it kicked me out for being inactive. It kicked me out of the game and then just joined back.
Ah, right. Yeah, I did see it come up saying you left, so...
Yeah. I don't see the need to put B1 of the 20 on the loading screen either.
No, nor me. I had to stop earlier on and read it, because I was like, what did that say? I had to actually stop. Right, here we go. Try...
My office is at my nan's.
There we go, I'm in the lobby now. If you want to join off me.
What I'm planning to do with this room that I'm in at my nan's, it's like an office to me now, is this. Move this bed out of the way, move that desk out of the way in the corner and put like a sim racing thing there, and it's killed my game joining that.
Ah, nice.
But
yeah.
I've got plans for this bedroom if I do live here for a bit.
Cool. Yeah, I'm in a very tiny
Yeah.
so just me and my dad, and so I fortunately haven't got a room. I'm just in a little corner. So
I'm in the smallest
I've got a
room.
wheel in that, but it's not big enough to use it.
I've just not no room to put a wheel in this bedroom. And if I do, my knees are way where I'm trying to steer.
Yeah.
The desk's that low down, so if I do get a proper sim racing thing or whatever, it's going in corner.
That's it. I think if I did it, I'd actually want to get the whole rig thing, not just have a steering wheel clamped to the desk sort of thing, which is what I've got at the moment. So yeah, just use pad instead. Cool, you're in as well. Have you included your audio, by the way? I haven't checked the stream that people can actually hear you. Nobody said they can, so usually someone posts it saying, who are you talking to? Because you like sound you're talking to yourself. Right, guys, so we're just doing a restart due to a horrendous first lap incident in the feature race. No such thing in a sprint race, that went absolutely fine. No incidents at all. But we try and get these done as quick as we can, and we do usually get a few minutes just to do the setups as well, do strategies. So we've got 80, yeah, so we've got everybody's in now. So just got to get the grid order done.
I am genuinely surprised how many members we still have. There's been about 4 people leave today and we're still on 34.
Nice. That's when you've got a new league in a way, you don't mind the ones leaving really, because you kind of want to weed out the ones that ain't going to commit in a way. So as much as you tend to be quite desperate to get new members when you first launch, but then you suddenly realise that actually 3 or 4 of them sign up but don't turn up, or don't sign up, and also it's a nightmare actually starting the league. So fair play. Just having a quick look through settings and everything looks right. Yeah, settings are correct, so that's good. Just means we'll be a little bit later finishing. To be fair, doing the short sprint, the short sprint quali, short quali 50% race. Without this restart, we'd have been finished about the same time as what we would have been with a full quali and 50% race anyway. So
yeah,
doesn't seem to make much difference. We don't do many sprints either in the season. We
I've got 2 in my calendar.
bit, but...
I think. Let me have a look what it is now. Actually, I think it's Spain and I don't know. I'll have a look now. Yeah, it's Spain and Sao Paulo. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah. That's 2 good tracks for a sprint, though. So.
But first season we've got a quite straightforward, easy lineup for tracks, but for next season we're going to add some like Monaco or something in.
Yeah. Monaco's a strange one. I've come and take loads of races around there and racing them as well, and most of the time I've had really good races around there. Very rarely they actually go badly, because I think everybody, because it's Monaco, most people do tend to be quite careful. So
a lot of people will do more time trials than that as well, which will help.
Yeah.
Right.
The track, unfortunately, because it's my favourite track, but the track, unfortunately, that just is pointless doing it in a league race at the moment, seems to be Baku. because it
Yeah.
just turns into chaos every
hate
single
Baku.
time. And it's my favourite track, but unfortunately, the racing around there is horrendous.
Last year, my
I've had
favourite.
one or two good races around there, like, but
Yeah.
on the whole, it's generally been terrible.
Last game, my most hated track was. No, my most loved track was Austria. Most hated this year's Austria.
Really?
Yeah, there's too many glitches in it. There's a completely RNG based, like, drop holes on the corners.
Right.
There was some
Okay.
research done into it. Someone did a test and they found out from some corners that it's RNG based. You might go into like a pothole.
Oh, right. Okay.
And they're horrible. It's happened to me twice. I went
Oh,
airborne.
right.
I did a Max Verstappen.
I've seen a few people doing it at the Spain corner, the Spain one.
Yeah.
But I literally drove over it. I did 30 laps time trial, 20 or 30 laps time trial, deliberately driving over it, all one after the other, and I couldn't hit it. Not if my life depended. I could not hit it at all, and then then somebody else
Yeah.
put a video in the chat so they've just done a race there, and they were leading the race and hit it and taken out. And
I went airborne today in Monza. Taking the screenshot for it's race day, pre-season race day. I went airborne in that. I went off track, flew back. I'll send you it actually. I've got a photo of it. A screenshot. My ass went airborne.
what second she came, was it?
No, I don't think so.
No, I think they sorted that out.
It would just after first chicane, I think. I think whoever
right.
it was.
Yeah, I know a couple of games ago the second chicane was a nightmare. You used to hit the curb and it just launched you into the air.
It's there in Tuesday chat. In Tuesday chat.
Jesus.
Yeah, it went airborne. Gasly came across. When I spun back on,
Proper upside down.
he did like 2 360 spins. I'm surprised I didn't land on the halo. But
No,
the cars are like
the wheels come off
cats.
the car as well and is in the air.
The cars are like cats in this game. They land on the wheels. Well, I was laughing so hard at that trying to take that photo.
Nice. That's a good one.
I got a nice one and then come off it. For some reason, it steers to the left. And then I try to steer back on grid. Gasly, bang! I'm in air.
Oh, what a night says, well, even in Italy, how's Peely getting on? I go, well, he's currently extremely thankful for a restart, Ransdell, because he was out. Ransdell's Peely's teammate. Just to explain something you might not know, we don't. This is the first time this season, but we're doing something different with reserves this season. So, in the past, reserves have come in and they've just driven whatever car we put them in. They drive for that constructor, sort of thing, for the evening. But this year, what we've done is we created a reserves constructor. So the top 2 reserves score for the reserve constructor, and anybody below that doesn't score.
Oh, yeah.
But, and it's just a way of making it a bit fairer in the constructors championship, because it's I mean the constructors championship should be won by the 2 that actually drive for the team, not by reserves company sort of thing. So it's
2 drivers starting on the hards. Mamo and Paella starting on the hards. David, Marco, and Panda starting on softs. Everyone else on mediums.
I don't think anybody said in the chat, but I believe they're supposed to start on the same side they were going to on the first attempt. So they might get in trouble for that. unless they actually said in the chat that they could change it. They're not supposed to. They're supposed to. Well, I don't know. Sometimes actually, in multiple leagues like yourself, you do sometimes get a bit confused between the rules between the different leagues. So.
Yeah. I still need to make some rules for my league, actually. We've only got the settings and what we use.
Yeah.
I need to write up if you deliberately take people out wherever you get banned. You know what I mean? I need to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're still in complete development.
Yeah, yeah. It takes a long time, to be fair, and there's a lot of things that you might not even think of, and then
Yeah. I thought of team
you suddenly
principles
think,
because if we do get enough people, then I could be in a chat where the principals can come in and report to me what's happening.
yeah.
XDF1 Pro out of place on the grid.
Yeah. So again, you start about a metre back in the grid slot, and I don't know. I think it cools your tyres down. I'm not sure. I've never. I don't know, basically. So how quickly does James move this? There he goes. There he goes. Everybody else starts the second after, and
He's such.
Is he gonna get P1 this time?
It's a cheat code.
Yes, he is.
Oh bloody hell.
We'll have a. Oh
Down
no!
his P2.
Somebody's round again. Rapid F1 is round, and there's debris all over the track.
Is that safety car?
Right, but
No, not yet.
no, just yellow flags, and they're cleared now. So through goes Toby on James, back up into P2.
I hope Marshall's Usain Bolt. That's gonna be a tough one to clean up.
Toby gets past Carsey as well to take the lead. Two of them up straight then. Inside Panda, it's head on ammo. See, those hard starters will probably need a couple of laps just to get the tyres up to temperature. It's the only thing with the hards, really, isn't it? It's getting them up to temperature and in the first place. But once they're there, they perform well and they go for well. Like a Duracell cell battery, just go on and on and on. And now he's David to the inside of Fatal Defiance. It looked like he was past, but Fatal comes back a bit. But in the end, David does get the move done. Up to P12. Oh, hang on. Oh, we got two round. Paella and Floyd are round on the first of the double right-hander. And Paella is missing his left end plate.
Possibly 3 pits here now.
Yeah, I think it could well be as Gupta gets past F1 Pro on the final corner. Down to turn 1, Marco holding off Mamo.
Jim pitting.
Away, though. Yeah,
Rapid stays out with that slight wing damage.
You can get away with it, can't you, if it's only a little bit, barely affects you. But 4 people into the pits then. Lap 1, Fatal. I didn't see anything happen to Fatal, but must have been caught up by something. Yeah, look, Gent and Floyd.
PAS serving his 10-second penalty in the pits. Now he comes on the softs.
Okay. Well, I mean, those guys are going to be praying for a safety car, aren't they? There's not much else is going to get them back into this race. Certainly Paella in a way. Gent and Floyd potentially could just do the whole race on those hards. The hards barely wear at all around here, so... Top 6 at the moment, all within DRS range of each other. There's a little gap then to King 5 Panda, but then a whole group behind him as well. Seems to be separating out into 2 groups at the front.
Oh, Rapid
Yellow
into the
flags.
wall again. His
And
wing
this
has
time he's lost
completely
the whole
gone.
wing.
He does not have any
Yeah.
choice but to pit now.
Yeah, it's not been his night tonight. Didn't go right in the sprint race either. don't think there's anyone around him that time, so I think that's happened sort of on his own. Surprised he's back past Toby, but Toby's all over the back of him. Gone through Eau Rouge. Should be a basic overtake. Uses a bit of overtake, turns it back off. The DRS will do the job. Toby back into
Possibly getting out before Paella.
I would suggest he probably is, yeah. Paella's only just reaching the chicane. So I think you're right, I think he will. Just shows how much time Paella lost. Well, Paella's back again, I think this might end up being
Oh, Paella pits.
Oh, he needs another front wing. No, it didn't change the front wing on his first pit stop. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, because the damage was the same.
Oh.
So it's done the old, he's not changed it to yes, he's left it on automatic and it's not changed it.
Depending on how he takes this could be an overtime.
Yeah, with this banned in this league, you're not allowed to early retire. He does that, he could end up quali ban for the next race.
Ah,
So
right. Yeah.
needs to continue on. It is a track, you know, there's every chance of a safety car around here, so definitely won't be giving up if I was him. Comes up to the inside of F1 Pro. Whoever wins this battle is going to get a run at James up the straight as well, but looks like Gupta's got a better run out of turn 1 on the outside. Hard to tell around here, it might be a bit far back, but it's so powerful when you pick up DRS, you've got ERS and the toe as well. Here he goes to the inside. And James doesn't really battle it, I don't think there's any reason to. It's really in race, it doesn't really matter if you're third or fourth at the moment. Just F1 Pro locks up into the right-hander. Marmo's starting to make headway now. Into P7 on those hard tyres. King 5 Panda comes back at him in the approach to Bouhon. And goes back through. It's a little bit of the same old story on this game as last game, in that it's one thing getting past the driver, but actually dropping out of your DRS after is so hard.
With this game, I do like what they've done with the control of steering line.
Yeah, I do as well. Massive fan of it. I tried, because I kept racing on 23 for a little bit to finish seasons off, and going from this back to 23 felt horrendous.
I tried it. The steering on this is a lot easier for a control player.
Yeah. Oh! Whale almost misses his braking into the back of King 5 Panda. Just about held it, but he goes off track on the exit. And that's going to allow Marco through and up into P9. Here comes James to take F1 Pro back.
Oh. Was that a collision behind?
Don't know. Panda's got back past Marmo. I didn't see a collision. I don't know.
Well, it's either that or a bit of dirt that's kicked up.
Might have been. One thing I have noticed from doing comms is the little bits of rubber jumping up off the tyres occasionally. Don't know if you've noticed it yet, but occasionally you just see something fly up off the car in front, and there's, they're nowhere near anyone, so there's no contacts or anything. And I thought, what is that? Maybe it's marbles flicking up instead. I don't know, but
I've seen it a lot.
I've
just been racing on track when I'm in my career mode, and then I've just got dirt flying in my face.
Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, I've had it when I'm driving as well. I use cockpit mode. So
I try use that to the minimal because every time I use it too much.
right.
So I try use it as minimal as I can.
Enough. So Gunnar gets past James and up into P4 now. He's made a couple of places in quick succession.
3-second
He's made a
penalty.
mistake because he's suddenly dropped back.
3-second penalty for XD F1-Pro.
Not ideal this early in a race. Young man who, on last year's game, his pace was good, F1 Pro on last year's game, but he just made too many mistakes and he was never really anywhere near a podium. But this year's game, he's got the pace now to challenge for pole positions and race wins at certain sun tracks. It just seems to still be the same now. He just needs to cut out the little errors, penalties. So only 14. So time's on his side. I hate catching that inside curve there, you go around the right left. And 5 Panda, getting back past well again. Battles on track, but they're all just sort of switching positions every other lap. It's the odd DRS thing, just to mention. I hadn't noticed this until now, but Cars has disappeared at the front a few seconds ahead of Toby now. Yeah,
Up to now with the 3-second
made a
penalty.
mistake, or... Yeah, so well, let's see at the end. Oh, and King 5 Panda now as well. As well goes back past him. And Marco, they're 3 wide. Well, it's gone down to 2 wide and back into line before the braking for turn 1. So, well then, P8, Marco up to P9, King 5 Panda down to 10 and picks up 3 seconds. So, not a good runner for him at all.
Daguna now making the move on the outside.
Out. Yeah. Long straight. Saguna now up to P3. He'd been a little bit disappointed with his qualifying. Generally, there's 3 guys ahead of him. Generally place-wise in this division. Maybe 4 because of Gupta as well. But I think Gupta's just having a bit of struggles tonight because he's played for the first time in a new update. He's a no, he's a wheel player actually, but it feels like it's affected him. But I don't know how. There's nothing in the update to affect Will, but he says it feels wrong.
Cassie with a 3.5 second lead.
Yeah, get used to this on Tuesdays. Carsey's immense, absolutely immense. And his time trial at the moment is 15th in the world around here. Obviously they're all reset the other day, but even once everybody set their times, he can do top 10 times.
Ransdell says F1 Pro is going to cook.
Yeah. I think you're right, Ransdell. As I said, time's on his side as well. And the improvement just over the last few weeks, to be honest.
Gupta pitting now.
It's unreal. Interesting. So an early start from Gupta. Presumably to go to hards. He's going to try and undercut his way through.
Panda also pitted early. And David as well.
So it is a little bit early, but as I said, the tyre wear on hards around here is so low. It's not a bad strategy at all. F1 Pro goes past Gunnar, runs a bit deep into the corner, but managed to keep it on track. So David exits the pits with Curly right on him, and Curly goes through up to P12. He's done well tonight, 11th in the sprint, up to P12 now in the race.
David now making move on the inside. He overtakes up into P12.
Back ahead.
Bahia with a 3-second penalty.
rubbing salt in the wounds, eh?
Not going to be long until I need a new microphone headset.
Yeah, I've gone through several, I must admit. I looked to get like better quality ones, but they're bloody expensive. So I just end up getting the like Turtle Beach one again.
I can't use Turtle Beach things, me. They break so easily.
Yeah, that's what I mean, but they're just cheaper, so...
HyperX, that's decent. I've had that for about 4 years now.
Yeah, right. That's definitely a lot better than Turtle Beach. About 6 months ago.
You didn't even have that for me. I had, what, 2 months my controller. And it cost, what, about 200 quid. It lasted 2 months before it got stick drift, and then it just ended up bad.
Wow. Right. Well, and Marco into the pits. It's obviously a reaction to the other pitters. But he's got a massive undercut actually. That can't be right. It's good to... Are they not battling before? I thought they were together before. Puts us suddenly 8 seconds up the road. That's... I mean, that's not a one-lap undercut, so it's wrong. You're there. Still over the back of F1 Pro with James right behind as well. I think these guys are going to have to consider reacting to those guys that are pitted. Just don't think around here, because the tyre rib is so low on the hards that having 2 or 3 lap fresher tyres is really going to make much difference.
Corner cutting is on strict, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Horrible around Monza, that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's a few tracks. It's horrible at Qatar as well as another one.
Well, for the first stream for the
Monza
channel...
coming up. I think Thursday might be Monza, this week.
The first stream for the channel, it was a very decent one. We averaged about 10 viewers in the first ever one. Nice,
that is good.
And then we got one bot, which is also good. We didn't get that 50. Not like my main channel.
Gunnar back past F1 Pro, but he cut the final part of a Rouge and picks up 3 seconds for that. RC is now 6 seconds up the road from Toby. I think Toby's already sort of...
Curly possibly getting out before Paya again.
Oh, definitely. Payella's miles back.
Yeah, if he gets out without ease.
I mean, like you said earlier, every fibre of him is going to want to retire now. He will have had enough, and he might feel like there's anything on, but you just don't know. That's why we sort of stop people from doing it.
Yeah.
Now, because we score for every position. I think may as well finish and pick up.
Must be horrible for these people doing 24-hour Spa.
Oh, definitely.
I don't see why Max Verstappen did it before the race.
No.
Till 3 AM, that is madness.
Yeah, I mean, he knows the answer to that. I don't know, maybe he just feels he's that good that he can't, but
one of my friends...
Did it cost him, or...?
Yeah, it did. You could tell he was tired. But one of my friends, who was racing in the exact same one, he was the one who won it, his team.
Yeah.
Stitch is his name, and obviously I don't know the rest of his team. But he won it. Surprisingly. I'm surprised about that, because I will not lie, I have seen better drivers.
Well, Gupta has undercut so much, he's just gotten past Gunnar, who's just pitted. So he's done. Yes, Gunnar's got 3 laps younger tyres, but as I said, I don't think it makes that much difference around here. I'm a little surprised.
Oh, yeah, again. 3-second penalty.
Yeah, it is one of those nights, isn't it? I can see him in a minute just retiring and say, give me a penalty, because the stress will just be building. I hope he doesn't, especially as an admin,
Toby now.
but yeah. Not really going to affect anything. Well, I say it's not going to affect anything, but again, if a safety car occurs, these penalties really do come into play then, especially if it's a late one.
F1 Pro now pitting.
Mamo presumably is going to go quite deep into this race. I wonder if he will just keep going on the hards and hoping for safety car.
Pit crew waiting with... Is that hard tyres? Yes, it is.
Yep. Seems strange. I don't know why you do that. Perhaps on mediums and go sides. The mediums just cooked at that point. Oses as well then. He exits in P11. David just come around turn 1. Pretty comfortable for Oses in that position. So just... Well, it's just Mamo that hasn't pitted. Oh no, sorry, Mamo and Toby that haven't pitted. But there's a few further down that had to pit first lap that will have to, well, Fatal definitely will have to pit again. The others could go to the end. Fatal. He's on the back of Floyd here. Pick up the DRS. And Floyd flashing away, so Fatal will absolutely fly past. So early, the latest double pen.
Coming up the hill, that penalty was given.
Really? Strange one. So Toby into the pits. It's interesting. He's gone to the soft tyres. Fortunately, due to the pits, the penalty, obviously there's no real chance of any race win here, but it might have been interesting if we could have stayed penalty free. See him trying to chase Carson down. I just think with Mamo, if he would literally just stay on those hards and then pit right at the end because he got to, you know, just because if a safety car comes out and everybody dives in for softs, he holds position that way. Gradually catching onto the back of Panda. Let's go to Gupta. So Gunnar has gotten back past Gupta. Again, same scenario happens. We get yellow flags and it's Curly. Tyres out in the pits. But down the order, there's not a lot of potential battles. I might just nip down to JT Gen, because he's right on the back of Floyd. And that is Rapid, he's crashed. It's a virtual safety car. Where is Mamo? Oh, he's just past the. He's just. Yeah, he's just past the pits. Going up to Eau Rouge. He's slightly gutted about that. He'd have loved to have pitted under a virtual. But Rapid F1's day has just gone from bad to worse. As he crashes out.
Unfortunately, it's not full safety car though for some drivers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mamo would have been laughing, wouldn't he? P2, everybody would have jumped in for Sauce, apart from Toby, of course, because he's already on him. And Carsey might not have as well, because he probably wouldn't have wanted to give up the position. Well, he might have actually, because Toby's got a penalty. I don't know. Picks up 3 seconds. Well, the penalty-free drivers are... Well, there's not many left. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 6 drivers penalty-free. So one of my things when I... And you don't have to do this when you do comms, but one of the things I do is... one of my rules is for a driver of the day, you have to be penalty-free. Otherwise you can't win it, so...
Yeah.
But say you don't have to do that if you don't want to, it's just for...
Whale now coming back behind Panda, going on the inside, overtakes him with ease. Not a problem for him at all.
No, easy DRS overtake. Now puts the Williams into 6th and 7th, going strong. And yeah, only Mercedes are the only other team to have both drivers in the top 10 at the moment. That's my eyes are playing tricks on me. No, I don't think they are. I think that's right, unless Ozers can nip in there. James Yep for Williams, mate, nick a place or 2 via the penalties as well ahead of him. Just a little sort of star of the battles at the moment. This is the only one we've really got, which is King Fly Panda, Marco, and they're being chased down by Mamos. Now Maida's pit stop and gone to the soft tyres. Toby sits fastest lap of the race. You can't really see that being beaten unless Mamo can. And Marco gets past King Fly Panda up into the bus stop chicane and takes P8. Doing so, he lost time to Mamos, just over a second behind now. Without doubt, Mamos surely going to have his eyes on P7 here. I think that's probably about as far as he can get. There goes Marco to the inside of well. And through he goes up to P7. So it tells me these guys are going to keep changing positions through to the end. It's brilliant. So, despite going on to the softs, by the way, Toby is still losing ground to car seat. Gives you an idea, I think, of just how good the hards are. It's also the fact that Toby's probably not pushing all that hard. He's done the fastest lap now. He's in a solid P2 with no real possibility of catching. Although we have yellow flags. He's on the bit of track where we were watching. I've got absolutely no idea what that was for.
I think sometimes they just appear. 3-second penalty, multiple warnings,
Oh
Paya
no,
again.
it was James. It was James because he's dropped back off the guys in front of him. He's suddenly 6 seconds behind them. So I would suggest he's probably had a half spin or something.
They're the hardest to find of them ones.
Yeah. And we'll continue to watch these guys because it's quite interesting.
F1
with
Pro
now on the back of them.
overtakes Gupta.
Go up to that DRS one, main straight. Well, all three of them go past Marco. Mamo gets 2. He's past Marco and King 5 Panda. He's going to be on the back of Well. And then the question, I guess, will be, can he, once past Well, can he actually disappear away from them? Well, you'd think so with a fresh sauce, but say, with Toby still dropping back from car seat, really sure just how good they are. Oh, Whale definitely ran a bit wide there. I would have thought we got a warning for that. Turned his ERS off because he doesn't want to overtake at this point. And oh, Carsey's picked up a warning, so he's just thrown away driver of the day because I think he was almost certain to get it.
What happens if every driver's got a penalty?
Oh, then I just don't give it. No, I guess I have to look at who's got the least. I don't know, but. Luckily, I've not had that situation. I've come bloody close to it a few times. But, I've always had at least a couple of drivers. Four at the moment to choose from. And to be fair, I could make an argument for all 4 of them. Mamo then is now past Whale. So, as I said before, now the game changes. Can he get away? So all Well's going to be thinking now is, can I stay on the back of him? And if he can, he's just going to wait till the last lap and overtake. Mamo keeping his ERS off. Full battery to charge up the hill. The car behind only has half a battery, so this is Mamo's push to try and break that 1 second. As you can see, he's not quite done it. Well, he has now. But Well's got the DRS right now on the pit straight. So he's back with inside the 1 second now, but he's got to hold it.
Hey, I'm unsure.
I think he has. I
spinning.
think he's just about kept it well. And he's had another spin as he's pitting
so.
again. I think he's gone for fast.
Maybe it's just him stopping.
So,
Maybe it's just him stopping, that's why.
yeah.
The
yellow flags are... I think that is actually...
Yeah, it's Paya.
Away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mamo, he was literally 0.04 of a second away from breaking the DRS. Couldn't do it, but he has now. He's just over a second ahead now. And that's why he was saving that battery up to be able to do that. Oh, Gunnar, what you done? He's picked up another 3 seconds. Well, luckily for him, James has dropped away, so he'll only lose out to Gupta if his penalties are less. And we are into the point where there can't be a safety car, so I don't usually look at the penalties, but I'm going to break my rule tonight, and I'm going to look at them. So, yeah, 3 seconds for the top. Yeah, top 5, other than Gunnar, who's got 6. Kingfly Panda 3, Marco 6, David 9, 3 for Floyd, Gent, and Fatal, and 9 for Pilot. Pilot once again gets out of the way. What he's doing actually now, he's trying to create a gap because he wants to go for a fastest lap. Which he's going to have to do on lap 21 because he's a lap down, so that'll be his last lap. Right, to Pro and Gupta now as they battle for P4. I think that's the last. Well, actually, Wells just lost out to Panda, but of course Panda's got 3 seconds in a way, so. There are potential scenarios where these guys might feel they've got an unfair warning and could ask for 3 seconds to be removed if they've got the footage. So if you are on track, you can't just sort of think, well, he's got 3 seconds, because there's always the chance they could get it removed. Pro catching on Gunnar. Wants to stay exactly where he is, F1 Pro, I think. Oh, he's gone a bit wide on the chicane exit. It's not too bad. Go then. Go up Rio Rouge and then along DRS straight down to the end of sector 1. Closes the gap up through Eau Rouge. Does F1 Pro. Why has he turned his ERS off? We're not off, got onto medium. Now he's turned it off. I think he could have done that if he just left it on, to be honest. Oh, sorry, it's lap 20. I thought we were on the last lap. I'm thinking, why is he not going for the move? That'd be why then. In that case, things are starting to get a bit hairy for James because Mamo is catching. Oh, Gunnar's off. And F1 Pro's round. It's just handed the final podium position to Gupta. Well, was that? I don't know if that was a collision. Oh, you'd assume so. When 2 drivers are around at the same spot, you assume it's probably a collision, but. Yellow flags again there. It seems to be an Alpine, but no idea. Maybe a half spin or something. Was it Ozers? It was Ozers, yeah. So, oh, Marco just goes off track a little bit. Well, just catch the back of Panda there, I think. Oh, and he runs off track as well. What's going on? Is that big DRS chicken? Which is another thing that's banned, by the way. And, and...
Mamo now up in 6th.
Yeah, he's actually managed to catch. I didn't really think for a second he was going to be able to catch James, but he has. He's got him on the final lap. You don't fancy James' chances of getting back past for the rest of this lap now, especially with Mamo having
Can keep this last
an
lap
ERS
clean.
advantage as well.
More than likely the driver of the day.
Yeah, I think it's going to. Yeah, as you say, as long as he keeps it clean, as long as he don't pick up a penalty, I can't really. James has done very well, but he has had a little sort of spin or half spin. As sorry, so far ahead I forgot, but Carsi crosses the line and wins in Belgium. Toby a full 16 seconds behind, but will still take a very good P2. And it's Gupta who
Very big
will
margin
take
from the
final
first
podium
10th.
spot. Yeah. So, Gupta. Oh, Pro's lost it out the final corner. Is this going to allow Mamo and James to overtake him?
I've seen this happen before. I saw it on this. What is it? I'm in the server. Find it.
Wow. Okay, so... Well, in that case, Mamo jumps up to P4.
This happened in the MSC
he's got
server.
Gunner as well, so...
Spin on the last corner. Exact last corner.
F1 Pro's left the session, so it's coming up as his DNF now, but he hasn't. He did cross the line. Right then, so yeah, things just checked. So Mamo has all of a sudden jumped up to P4. Gunnar P5.
Right, so it's moving.
James P6.
Moving
and then it was
F1 Pro
Pro
down. Yeah. P11 F1 Pro.
Yeah, but I think so he's actually P7, and then it's well in P8. Panda 9. Marco
We'll find
10,
out on
Ozus
replays.
11. Yeah, and they'll do all that for the standings. Yeah, they'll just basically one further down. And no, F1 Pro! Shout fans, I can't believe he's just done that.
Mamo wins the driver of the day on the game as well.
Fully deserved, I think. Great first stint, going long on the hards, covered off any potential safety car by doing that, and then obviously a sprint at the end to try and gain as many places back as possible. Got helped out a little bit by people spinning ahead of him, but that's not his fault. So, but other than that, it's an absolute dominant win from Carsi on his first race of the season, back from his cruise, having missed the first 2 races of the season away on a 2-week cruise. So, there we go. Where did I get down to? So Floyd was 12th, David 13th, JT Gent 14th, Fatal 15th, Paella 16th, and that was it. We lost Rapid and Curly. Curly in the pits and Rapid who crashed. Let's invite the... Oh, hang on, race director. Just scroll through this.
A lot of warnings. Oh my days.
Yeah. An awful lot. That was...
I have never seen that many warnings in my life.
No, and I would say that's unusual for this league. I mean, a lot of that's still people getting used to the game, to be fair. I still don't think people are properly used to it.
Yeah.
So... invite Carsi, I've just got to get the other 2. So, Carsi,
Hello.
Hello, Carsi.
How's it going?
Yeah, all good. Well done, mate. There's Toby and... Well, Guts has already disappeared, he don't bloody join anyway, so... So, should I invite Mamo in instead then? Is he still there? Or has he disappeared?
Yeah, he's still on. I'll
You
invite him.
invite Mamo in?
Yeah, done.
Cheers. Okay. Right. Well, while we're waiting for the others, Carsi, I'll speak to you first then. So congratulations, mate, on a pretty dominant victory, it's got to be said. I mean, I don't know whether Toby just sort of eased off because he's even after he pits the softs, he seems to still be losing time to you quite a lot. So I don't know whether he just eased off and that's why the gap game's so big or not. But a bit of fighting in the early stages, but once you got away, you got away.
Yeah, I assume he eased off, but and basically I think he made a mistake in sector 2 that like dropped him down to like 2 seconds behind me,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
so he kind of just gifted it to me at that point, because I don't think I could have broken the DRS, but he just kind of gave it to me, and then I think maybe after a few laps he probably eased off. But yeah, I felt really good. I kind of expected after all my time off to and the game changing to not, but I really enjoy this game, so felt good.
Well, the next one of
Yeah.
us.
Okay, and what about sprint cars? Because that was much the same story, really, I guess. But did you
Well,
like? Well, actually, yeah. Did you like the layout of tonight's? Did you like doing the
I
two
I
qualies
preferred
with
the
the?
old way. It was hard to lock back into quali after you felt like you just finished a race. It was weird. I didn't even know that was a thing. I didn't know they used the new format in this game until we loaded in. And I was like, "What is this tire selection?" um, but
Yeah,
I prefer the old way. But I didn't mind it. It was something different,
yeah, um, yeah. I've done a couple of them now, and it is a bit strange. 'Cause you get the one set of softs for the short sprint quali and the set of mediums, and it just seems pointless using the mediums. You don't get them back at any later stage
Yeah.
that I'm aware of, so you may as well use them. But other than setting a little sort of banker lap, there's no real point to them really.
Yeah.
But yeah, Other than that, welcome back. Nice to see you back on track.
Thank you. Good to be here.
And as dominant as ever, to be honest. So well done, mate.
Thanks, man.
The party's gone into an error mode on my Xbox.
We can hear you.
Who else have I got here?
Toby. Toby.
Just me and Cassie.
I'm probably turned off.
Excellent. Okay, Toby. Well done on P2, mate. Still
Cheers.
a fantastic result. I mentioned to Carter, I don't know if you just sort of backed off, and sort of whether there was a point where you just backed off and sort of settled for P2.
Yeah, it was after I found like since yesterday, the patch yesterday, it's very hard it's a lot harder to catch slides. Like if you slide the cat's a lot harder.
Right.
So yeah, I had a slide and then I lost DRS, so I just thought I may as well just keep it clean, because I was quicker than the guys behind, but not quick enough to stay with him. So yeah, I just sort of eased into it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it makes absolute sense, and it's what's the point in pushing?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to think the longer game, and for the championship, P2 tonight is a really good result. So
yeah.
I
was surprised Cassie went for the medium hard strategy, because it was always sort of my plan to do that medium soft that I did, because I thought he would do the same, but.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just have absolutely no idea what anything.
Yeah.
I've barely had internet for like 3 weeks. So I've just no idea what the meta is at all. So I just did what was good before any of the updates.
Yeah, I mean, it still worked.
Yeah.
Like I pit for the softs, I got a fast slap, and then I kind of just took it easy, and not get any more penalties or crash, because
Yeah.
it wasn't worth risking it.
Yeah. I mean, you had Mamo had pitted to softs as well, and
Yeah, I thought
did a
at
late
first I
stop
thought
to
he
softs,
got
so there was a chance you might have lost a fast slap, but you didn't in the end, did you?
no.
bit.
At first I thought Mamo just got a really big undercut, so I thought, right, I might have to overtake him here, but no, he pit after the virtual safety car, which was it was a bit of a surprise, but yeah.
Yeah, the VSC come out, literally just gone through turn one, and the VSC come out. You'd have loved that to come out just before the pit entry, but it's I think, because I was sort of saying on comms, because the hards are they wear so slowly around here. The
Oh
hards.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he had if he had like 10% by the time the race finished.
Yeah, he said I think
Honestly.
at the point he pitted, he said something about having like 18 or something, and that was
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So it's a bit ridiculous, really. But Yeah, it doesn't seem to be like that at the other tracks, but this one in particular seems to wear so slowly on the hards that you can. Yeah, I mean, if a safety car come out that one, you could pit and go to the end on hards easy. So
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
I,
so
I
think
probably would have tried
for
that if it
Mamo,
was.
I think he was probably what. Yeah, I think Mamo was probably waiting to see if the safety car came out for him to be able to pit under. But
Yeah, I think
in
pitting.
that sense. But,
I think pitting as that VSC ended probably helped him get P4. Obviously, XD having a bit of a moment helped him get P4, but definitely after that, pitting during the VSC helped him.
yeah.
Or like just as it ended.
Yeah, well, he came out P10, had to catch up onto a group of three ahead of him. Happy to talk about him because he is my driver of the day tonight, by the way. So
Yeah, I think that's
on
fully deserved.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he deserved it for sure.
Yeah, I only had a choice of 4 drivers anyway that were penalty free.
Yeah.
So
I think he deserved it regardless. Like even if no one had
exactly.
penalties,
yeah.
you got the right guy.
So yeah, but basically, yeah, he came out P10 on the softs, caught up to a group of 3 ahead of him, managed to get past 2 in one go, and then got past Whale. Saved up his energy to 100% and then just absolutely bombed it up the straight to get away. So, and then he caught James, which I didn't really expect him to do because the gap was about 6 seconds. I didn't really think he was going to be able to catch James, but he caught him, overtook him, and then F1 Pro and Gunnar both went round at the same time. So, I don't know if they hit each other or not. I don't know. I didn't actually see it. I just know they both went round. But
Yeah, I think
yeah.
they did. Gunnar did tap him or something because after the
Yeah, I
race
think he
ended.
apologised. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Oh well, that's something for Stuart to look at anyway. But there we go. Third race of the season down. All looking pretty good. Does anybody know where we are next week?
I don't. I'll have a look.
Japan.
Suzuka. Let's go. What a track.
He's Japanesey next week. So
you're going to win by double the margin you won tonight.
I love Suzuka.
Japan.
Best track.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely, it's so nice. Such a nice track. It's even though it's been notoriously one of the sort of no tracks for pad players over the years. It's never stopped my enjoyment of actually driving it. I've still always loved.
It's still, I find it still fun. I mean, I'll have to see next week after this patch, obviously what it's like, but hopefully it's still fine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for joining me, guys. Unfortunately, I did have a co-coms, but I think when you guys joined, I think he got kicked. So I did invite him back, but I don't know. I don't think he's been able to join. But so I just want to say thank you to EJT number 4 for doing co-coms for me tonight. His first go, and he'll be doing comms tomorrow night for the Wednesday division. So please join us. The link has been put in the Discord. But obviously we'll share it again at the start of the race. So please come and watch that one. We'll be back on Thursday as well for Monza. So come and join us for that one when Curly will be doing comms on his Twitch. And I believe my co-comms tonight will be joining him as well. So massive thank you to him. Massive thank you to you guys that have watched and ran still in the chat all the way through pretty much. So thank you very much, guys. Other than that, good night. God bless. See you again soon.